What's up? So, long story, right? I'm gonna be real. I recorded and tried to post a full reaction to the trophy presentation, but it got blocked. So obviously I didn't go to 0.5 speed enough. I didn't speed it up enough. I didn't pause enough. So it's later tonight because I had some things going on. It's currently 8:07. So I'm praying that this one doesn't get blocked. We should be okay for this one, I hope. So yeah, we're gonna be reacting, or at least giving our thoughts, 4 reasons why why the Pacers will win the NBA Finals. Now I'm gonna be real, the Pacers are not winning the NBA Finals, but I want to hear this guy's reasoning because I did watch the first like 30 seconds of this video just to see if he knew his stuff. He is Aussie, it sounds like. So I thought, what has he got? 18k? Yeah, 18k subscribers. He's been posting a lot. I thought, I guess we can try him, eh? So I'm gonna be real. There's not a chance the Pacers win. Actually, I'm gonna give him like a 10% chance to win. I know Tyrese Halliburton's gonna try and go stupid, but you got SGA going crazy with the refs on his side, with all the glazers. Let's be honest though, the NBA would much rather the OKC Thunder to win than the Pacers, because I'll tell you why. You got players like SGA cutting up the league, and then you got Tyrese Halliburton, who isn't that flashy, who isn't like, no one goes and watches the Pacers to watch Tyrese Halliburton. Everyone, like, if you're a OKC fan, unless you've been there from day dot, you watch OKC to watch SGA play. That's just, well, he's a good player, so you want to watch him. So basically, anyway, enough talking. So 4 reasons why the NBA Pacers are NBA Finals. So let's go.
When these playoffs began, I don't think
See, he's Aussie, I heard it.
single person seriously expected the Indiana Pacers to emerge as the Eastern Conference
There is, bro. That's so true, though. The second the Indiana Pacers got to the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Knicks, I was like, yeah, good job making it. I don't know why you're celebrating. You get smoked, but I guess not. I hope they can shock me again. I really do. We're going to be obviously reacting to all those games too, the NBA games. And it's going to be so hard because I haven't, like, I go on Instagram a lot, so it's going to get spoiled if I go on Instagram. So I hope, I'm going to like pray. My mates know not to say anything. But I just hope I don't accidentally go on Instagram and get spoiled. But anyway, we're going to be reacting to the NBA Finals, obviously.
Finals representative in the NBA Finals. Exactly 25 years on from their last Finals appearance.
Damn, that's crazy.
Just like they did in the year 2000, the Indiana Pacers have...
Yeah, that was with Reggie Miller, right? I know I'm going to have to keep pausing because this isn't really a video you can 2x speed either. So this is going to be a bit of a longer reaction, probably around like 26 to 27 minutes. Wouldn't even be surprised if it's longer, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure I've already been speaking for like 5 minutes. We're 20 seconds into the video, so let's go.
Once again defeated the New York Knicks in 6 games, punching their ticket back to the finals. Now they sit just 4 wins shy of capturing the franchise's first NBA title, which is an
Bro, first NBA title? Like, that'd be crazy if they could do it. I really hope they do, though, because I'm not trying to see no SGA Glazers bloody on his meat about this, bro. I'm going to be real. I'm not going to be able to...
Amazing feat in itself, but how did we get here? What gives this Indiana Pacers team an actual shot at the title? Well, today I'm going to walk you through the 4 biggest reasons why I believe this team can actually win it all. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for the 4th and final reason, because it might just be the most important reason of all. But first, let's start off with reason 1, and that is the brilliance of...
Alright, bro. Like, okay. This is going to sound like I hate him, bro. When people say how good Tyrese Halliburton is, I'm not going to say he's overrated, but, guys, let's be so real. Dropping 21 points. That's not going to carry your team, bro. Who do you expect to pick up the slack? I know you got, like, Pascal Siakam and stuff. Siakam's not going to drop like 30 a game, bro. I don't care what anyone... Let's be so honest, bro. In an NBA Finals, getting carried by Kawhi in 2019, if it was 2019, I still got to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure... when else could he have won a championship? I know he's the only guy out of the two teams, I think, who've ever won a chip, so... yeah, but let's be honest, bro. He's not carrying the team.
Of Tyrese Halliburton. Throughout the Eastern Conference...
he's tough, but he's not carrying with points.
Finals, Halliburton was everywhere. He led Indiana in threes made, steals and blocks.
Yeah, see, he's second in points among the Pacers. I'm assuming, let's be honest, like, who else is going to be first in points apart from Pascal Siakam? Maybe Nembhard? I mean, Nembhard was hooping.
Combined total steals, assists, and rebounds, while also being second in total points scored. He did it all, yet somehow it wasn't good enough to earn him the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, which instead went to Pascal Siakam.
Alright, this is the other thing I wanted to say as well. When I recorded the reaction to the trophy ceremony, the main reason I reacted to it was because I saw on TikTok that, like, Tyrese Halliburton started walking forward when they started announcing the MVP because they thought he was going to get it. He thought he was going to get it. Even his teammates, like, he was hugging one teammate like this, and then even his teammate, like, let go of him as they started saying MVP. Like, I don't know, but it was funny as hell. That's the reason I tried to react.
A guy who also had a fantastic series, no doubt, and we'll get into him more deeply later. But I really felt like Halliburton was snubbed. He became just the third player in NBA history to average at least 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 steals per game in a conference finals series, joining only Russell Westbrook and Magic Johnson. That's elite company. And while the individual accolades slipped away, there isn't any question that the chance to bring the title back to Indiana will mean far more to him than just any one individual award could ever offer. Tyrese Halliburton's full...
see, bro, like, assists, yeah. Alright, let's break it down, bro. Like, double 10, so that's like 21 assists. So 21 assists... Wait. Oh my god, I'm so dumb, bro. That's 21 points. 10.5 assists, 21 points. If they were all twos, let's just say all twos. You got 21 points a game, yeah. Like, that's good, but that's not... you're not smashing it, dropping 21. I'm not gonna... like... it's gonna sound like I'm hating, but I'm actually not. I'm just trying to, like... this reason's kind of silly, to be honest, because he's not dropping 30 a game, bro. I hope he does, but I just don't see him, to be honest.
Series averages were 21 points, 6
If it was Jalen Brunson, I'd be like, well, Brunson's gonna go stupid because Jalen Brunson he's like, Halliburton's like that, but Brunson just does not give a shit, bro. He'll be like, bro, if we're gonna win, I'm just take it myself. You know what I'm saying?
10.5 assists, and 2.5 steals per game, numbers that speak volumes to his production. But it was one specific performance that really stood out in this series. His monstrous Game 4. In that game, Halliburton exploded for 32 points.
Now that, if he could do that, okay, not even just the assists or rebounds, if he could drop 32 a game, like, they have a chance. Like, that's a valid reason if he does that. Dropping 21 points against OKC is not going to cut it, though. Because you got, like, obviously SGA is not, like, great of a defender, but, like, even their help defense, like, he's trying to drive. I guess it's a 2-on-1 if you help defense has to come across, but I just don't see Shet letting him get to the rim, bro. I'll be real.
12 rebounds, 15 assists, and 4 steals, doing it all on 48% shooting. And better yet, he did not commit a single turnover. That's right, 15 assists,
he is a
not
true point
one
guard,
giveaway. These are the kinds of performances that don't just win games, they completely define series. The Knicks, for all their effort, could not get out.
Alright, bro. Not the fine series. Calm down.
Out of their own way. Even with one less turnover here or there, things could have shifted in this series. But for
This play was
Indiana,
tough.
they
that was the one
thrived
where he
on
dunked
these
it.
small margins, protecting the ball, hitting their free throws, and executing smart plays down the stretch. And of course, Tyrese Halliburton was at the heart of everything that was working for Indiana. What makes him so special is how the entire Pacers offense flows through him. It's built to run. And even when teams know what's coming, those leak outs, those early transition attacks, Halliburton can
See, like, they're going to talk about how he's dropping these insane stat lines. Which, if you're capable of it, that's great. But let's not forget he had 8 points in Game 5. He had, like, you can't be dropping 8 points. If your whole team relies on you and you're the main guy, this guy's an all-star. Like, you can't be dropping 8 points, especially in the playoffs, bro.
Continues to find his teammates with pinpoint passes, the types of dimes that only a handful of players have ever been able to make, especially at the rate that he makes them. That Game 4 performance made him just the third player in the history of the NBA.
Bro, kind of used up all his skill in Game 4, I'll be real.
Yay, to record at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 15 assists, all in a single playoff game, joining just Oscar Robertson, who did it twice,
Damn, that's
and
crazy.
Nikola Jokic, who did it once. Then, when it came time to close the door, Halliburton was able to deliver again. 21 points, 6 rebounds.
See, they skipped Game 5. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, let's actually see his Game 5 stats. Because I promise you, like... Yeah, I don't know.
13
I'm not... This is gonna... I promise you I'm not hating on him, bro. I'm just trying to say fact.
assists, 3 steals, and a block on 53% shooting in Game 6.
53 is crazy.
What was the most impressive part about that Game 6 performance was how it wasn't just the numbers. It was how he overcame adversity. Early on, the Knicks had adjusted their defensive strategy, pressuring Halliburton much
Well, they didn't have enough clips to use. They used the Cavaliers. Oh my god, I'm such a hater.
Early on, the Knicks had adjusted their defensive strategy, pressuring Halliburton much higher and trying to disrupt him before he could get comfortable. And for a while, it seemed to work, but great players always figure it out. Halliburton stayed composed, and when he absolutely had to, he took over this game in the
He did. He did. 21. No, that's good. Like,
fourth quarter.
you can drop 21. You just gotta lift your other stats, you know what I'm saying? But he's done that, so I have faith in him. But like, I just don't really see him dropping any more than 25 a game. Like, he'll have one or two games like 30 points plus. I don't see him averaging 30 though.
Making 5 field goals in the final term, one of those a 33-foot bomb that served as the ultimate dagger, ending
that was
New York's
tough.
season. That ability to stay calm under pressure, to never be rattled when the ball is in his hands, is exactly what
Okay, to be fair, there was no pressure on that shot, I'll be real. All you people are gonna be like, yes, there were. You were up. You were up by 18, bro, or 16. They're not winning the game. There was a minute and a half left. You could have shot whatever shot. You could have missed for a minute and a half straight. They weren't coming back. Like, even it wasn't that they were bad. It was just like the reason the Knicks didn't even their offense just wasn't flowing, bro. Neither was their defense. The defense was non-existent.
Indiana needs as they now prepare for a massive test coming in the NBA Finals against one of the best defenses the NBA has ever seen.
Alright, bro. You put defense and you put Shea on the screen. Alright, calm down. I don't know about that. I mean, he's not bad. He's not a bad defender, but one of the best defenses the NBA's ever seen. Calm down.
Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the second reason why I genuinely believe
If the next reason is Pascal Siakam, I swear to God, I'm clicking off this
Indiana
video.
Pacers have a shot at the championship is because of the
Alright, bro, I'm just clicking off. We can't be serious. Are we just gonna run through their top 4 best players? Like, I'm trying to tell you, I haven't watched this video. We're 5 minutes in. There's still 13 minutes. What are we at? Like 13 minutes recording, bro? It's been 20. It's been over a half an hour reaction. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna watch this segment. To be real. Okay, I don't know what my headphones doing. I'm not watching this segment. I'll tell you why. Because like, he's not. I promise you, he's. No, I'm not watching this segment, bro. Where is it? Alright, yeah, 39 points. He's tough, alright? He's tough. Before you Indiana Pacers fans start absolutely trying to slap the goofy out of me, just calm down. I'm giving him his props, but I'm just not, to be so honest right now. Where is it? Yeah?
Team are a legitimate threat at the title is because of the outstanding contribution.
Bro, if this is a video about going over the top 4 players, I'm not going to watch this. Like, there's nothing wrong with Miles Turner or Pascal Siakam. I'm just 4 players. You're not beating OKC with 4 players.
They received from their role guys all throughout the series. So many of these role players stepped up in the moment, constantly doing exactly what was asked of them, and in doing so...
Alright. They're talking about Miles Turner. They got no clips of him, so they have to put Tyrese Halliburton on the screen. And they got not enough clips of Tyrese in the New York series, so they had to put the Cavs up. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not hating on the creator. I'm just saying because I don't have enough highlights. I mean, this team's hella unselfish. You're not gonna have many highlights.
They help to.
They just do this. They do the simple things really well. That's why
Tyrese
they're
Halliburton
really good.
and Pascal Siakam to new heights. These weren't just guys filling in minutes. Everybody coming off that Pacers bench were real game changers. Guys like Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, and Miles Turner in the starting 5 were awesome, but also the bench mob featuring TJ McConnell, Ben Shepherd, and Obi Toppin were really impactful as well.
Yeah. I don't know why there's sections on Miles Turner because I haven't actually said anything about Miles Turner yet, but their bench as well, like, especially, I noticed Obi Toppin a lot. I thought he was just a dunker, to be honest. I thought they just put him on at the end of games, like if they were winning, and he'd just do a few dunks and light the crowd up. But he actually did a lot of good things.
Each of these guys had their big moments and big performances that helped Indiana to keep the scoreboard.
And before you guys have no ball knowledge, who watches Indiana, bro? Be real. Unless you're an Indiana fan or you're from Indiana or whatever. No one's watching Indiana. Maybe just for Tyrese Halliburton, but when he comes off, you don't really know any of the other
ticking
players'
over
names. When
it mattered the most. Let's start off with Miles Turner. He's the longest tenured Pacer, and in many ways,
I didn't realize he played for 10 years either.
He's
That's what I found out in the video I recorded earlier that got blocked. I recorded it today and posted it, and it got blocked. But I didn't realize he played 10 years.
Been with Indiana for a third of his life.
And he can shoot,
you can just feel his presence on the court. Not just through his shot blocking or three-point shooting, but through his leadership and poise. In the first half of Game 6, when it really felt like a slugfest of a battle for the first time in this series, as credit to New York, they successfully slowed down Indiana's transition game in that first half, but it was Miles Turner who kept the Pacers in it. While Siakam was also carrying the scoring load,
I'm just going to have to pause it for a little bit because I'm not trying to get blocked. If this gets blocked, you guys might not have a video today.
Turner made timely shot after timely shot early as well, including some massive threes to keep Indiana from falling behind.
Okay, that was a whack-ass jump shot.
Shot early as well, including some massive threes to keep
What the heck is that?
Indiana from falling behind. And that's been the story of the whole series, playing his role to perfection, both as a rim protector and a stretch big who spaces the floor seamlessly for Halliburton to be able to get in those driving lanes and find his guys. Then there's the duo of Andrew Nembhard and Aaron Nesmith, both of whom who were tasked with defending Jalen Brunson.
I actually mess with both of those a lot. Actually, I mess with the whole team, to be real. Like, I just wanted New York to win. I just like New York better. I just thought, well, Indiana's going to be a bit of a boring series. But I do actually like the whole team. I do. Pascal Siakam, though. Like, he's fine. He just, for some reason, just annoys me a little bit. But apart from that, like, even his play, like, I know he's tough. Like, he's a good
Neesmith's
player.
game 1 was unforgettable.
That was disgusting. That shot.
Knocking
I remember
down
that.
6 threes in just 5 minutes to bring Indiana back from the dead, where they would then go on to seal the opener in the series in one of the most wild individual playoff stretches we're ever going to see. But later in the series,
Bro, this guy is trying to make these things where he says like, "Oh, one of the greatest ever." We're talking about ever here, not just in the past like year and a half. We're talking about ever. Just because you can't find a performance better in like a year and a half, it doesn't mean they're one of the best ever. Like we're talking about Naismith here, bro. Is that his name? Yeah, Naismith.
he started to deal with some limitations
Naismith
due to
himself,
an
though.
ankle
He
injury
is very
sustained in Game 4. And although he still made his presence felt on both ends of the floor, he simply appeared to be less mobile. And that opened the door for Andrew Nembhard to take the baton on defending Brunson. And he ran with it. Andrew Nembhard
so
in
good
Game
against
6
Jalen
put
Brunson,
on a
bro.
defensive masterclass, holding Brunson to
I don't think I've ever seen this good a defense on Jalen Brunson ever. Like I remember, before I started this channel, I was watching. Are we talking about Game 3 here? I think it was Game 3 or 4, and yeah, he was just locking him up. Like I've never seen even the Celtics. Like who? Drew Holiday? Yeah, Drew Holiday just couldn't hold him. Like he was just frying every time.
just 19 points on 44% shooting while forcing 5 turnovers.
Five
Andrew
turnovers for
Nembhard
Jalen
would
Brunson.
finish the game with 6 steals.
I mean, he holds the ball a lot. His usage rate's got to be over
The most
like 80%.
any player
so.
has had in a single playoff game this entire postseason. What makes Nembhard so effective is that he's incredibly tough to knock off balance. He's shorter, more compact, and physical, constantly staying in an opponent's airspace and never letting them breathe. Brunson, usually unshakable, looked visibly frustrated by the end of this series.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he just looked weird. I even saw on Instagram, Jalen Brunson full headbutted someone. I forgot who it was. But he, like... I'm pretty sure it was, Naismith. Not Naismith, Nembhard. I always get them two confused. I don't know why. Because they got similar names.
Thanks to Nembhard's relentless pressure. Then the center of their bench unit is TJ McConnell, the ultimate change of pace weapon. Just when you think Halliburton's going to the bench and things might be slowing down
Yeah.
for Indiana, McConnell
That
checks
is the
in
definition of heart over height. Like, he's the
and the
definition.
pace somehow increases. His shot making in the mid-range is
Alright, this is like...
borderline
He's tough, but I'm just trying to find the fourth reason. I know this video is gonna... Is that a 95% chance of them win? That's crazy, bro. Go back to the reason screen, bro. I'm trying to find out your... Maybe this was the fourth reason.
on
I'll just
the
go here.
momentum and forcing opponents to adjust. That's the kind of depth and buy-in across the entire roster that makes this Pacers team so difficult to pull away from. And it's a huge reason why they are now
Yeah,
just
if they're going to
4
win this series, their defense is going to win it for them. It's going to be their defense and their, like, bond, you know, like togetherness. I feel like that's what's going to win in the series. If they win, if they somehow win, it's going to be very difficult for me, to be honest, to not be able to watch. Just because I have, like, League Pass, obviously. My brother's going to be watching it, probably. My family's probably going to be watching it, so... I guess I just have to stay out of their way, bro. Hopefully,
wins.
I'm not gonna fake a react. Like, I'm gonna tell you if I've watched it, but I just hope that, like, it's
way from bringing a
genuine
title
reaction,
to
you know?
Indiana for the first time in franchise history. The fourth, and in my opinion, the biggest reason why the Indiana Pacers have a real chance to win the championship is the overall attitude of this team. This is a team that just never says die. They fight, they scrap, and no matter the score or how much time is left,
That is
you
true.
truly have not beaten Indiana
That's
until
true.
that final buzzer sounds. Time and time
and
again,
this season
they've
completely proved that, bro. Like, nothing was over with Indiana. Like, they could just go on a ridiculous run, especially with their defense as well. Like, what the? All right, bro. I know who that guy is. I forgot his name. He's on TikTok. Or am I tweaking? I swear he's on. Okay, it doesn't matter. What I was saying. Yeah, like this season proved that they're never down. They go on a ridiculous run. Their defensive stops would stack up. And then you just get like. Then on offense, you just have so many options. Like you could literally. You could put on their worst player. And like they would still cook. Like their team is so deep. Like no did he pause, but like it's a real shit, bro. Like their team's deep as
pulled
hell.
off some of the most wild, the most statistically improbable comebacks we've ever seen. And it's happened all in the space of one playoff run. The most recent example, Game 1 against the Knicks in MSG. ESPN's win probability chart
Yeah, 95%. I was watching that game
tells
too.
you everything. We've
Look, 34 seconds left. You're down by, what was that, 7? Oh my god, bro.
just 30
Guys, I know it's not 7 points.
4 seconds to go, it still sat at a 95% chance for the Knicks to win. But then the Pacers happened. They closed the game on an insane
It is Naismith. It was down to Naismith.
20-6 run. Each possession more surreal than the last, with Aaron Nesmith catching fire, as it truly
That was
felt
insane,
like
bro.
something out of a movie, all capped off by the ridiculous bounce shot from Halliburton, taking the game into overtime where
Bro, if they lost that game, it wouldn't even matter if they lost the series. If they lost that game, the Knicks fans were going to be on his meat about that. I promise you, bro. Like this, doing that and then losing a game, bro.
they then handled business. But the craziest part of all of this is how it isn't new to them. Go back to Game 2 against Cleveland. The Cavaliers had a 96% chance to win the game with 57 seconds to go, up by 7.
I'm sorry, but if you're the first seed, you should not lose like that. You shouldn't. If you, like the first seed never wins anymore. Like if you finish first, it's almost like a curse, bro. I've literally heard people say it's a curse. It literally is. If you finish first, you're not winning. That's it. Like
That's usually game over. But again, Indiana didn't blink. Nesmith had a massive putback dunk off a free throw, and then Halliburton, in a moment
so
of
tough.
pure hustle, pulled down his own offensive board off a missed free throw, then was able to step back and drill the game winner.
was
That's
tough
a
as hell.
play born out of belief, out of sheer willpower. And for people who still think that these comebacks were flukes, let's go back even further to Game 5 against the Bucks. Overtime, Indiana's down 7 with 39
bro, this game was so insane. I'm pretty sure this was the game where he hit that fading and one. I might be wrong, but
seconds to go,
Yeah.
and somehow
we pretty much know where this is going. Basically, yeah, that'll probably be it for this reaction. Yeah, so basically, yeah, do I agree with what he's saying? Yes. Do I think they're gonna win? No. Do they have a chance? Yes. I hope they actually can at least give them a run for their money, because I'm not trying to see no OKC SGA Glazers, to be honest. If this video gets blocked, you get no video, guys. Sorry, it's 8:30. Been recording for half an hour. So yeah, I hope this video was enjoyable. If it was, subscribe, bro. Get off my screen, bro.